Hi everyone, week 3, chapter 1. I'll go through the book. Pretty simple. You can follow along and write in your answers, or do it without this and write your answers and then watch this and check your answers. But up to you, however you learn best. So again, the first page, right, we did already. Those 2 videos that you watch, you write about one of them. That's has much better things, tips about learning languages, much more practical than that exercise. So again, we'll start with the reading. So again, it's just 3. It's really short. It's like half a page. This is a really easy chapter, short chapter. All right, page 2. So it says, learning a second language. Some people learn a second language easily. Other people have trouble learning a new language. How can you help yourself learn a new language, such as English? There are several ways to make learning English a little easier and more interesting. So 1, true or false? Everyone learns a second language easily. No. Not everyone, right? Some people. 2, other people have trouble learning a new language. Trouble means difficulty, right? A. So number 3, there are several ways to make learning English a little easier and more interesting. Several means many, right? More than a few, right? Several. 4, what do you think the next paragraph will discuss? So this is about predicting what comes next. So they talk about, the first one is very general, learning a second language. And the second paragraph is going to talk about how, or ways, to learn a new language more easily. So B. All right, the second paragraph. The first step is to feel positive about learning English. If you believe that you can learn, you will learn. Be patient. You do not have to understand everything all at once. It's natural to make mistakes. Remember, rule number 2 in my class, on the class syllabus, make mistakes. So it's natural to make mistakes when you learn something new, just like learning a sport or something, right? We can learn from our mistakes. In other words, do not worry about taking risks. So 5, what does it mean to feel positive about learning English? So A, if you believe you can learn, you will learn. 6, when you are patient, do you worry about learning English very quickly? No, you don't worry about the speed of learning. You're patient. 7, you do not have to understand everything all at once. So all at once means right now, right? Bali bali, right now, all at once. But chun chun he, be patient. 8, we can learn from our mistakes. In other words, do not worry about taking risks. What follows, in other words? The same idea. So A is 3. Question A, what follows, in other words, is the same idea, just with different words, in other words. And taking risks means taking chances, right? A risk is kind of a danger sometimes, but it means a chance. It's taking chances, taking a risk. Not being afraid to fail, right? It's key for everything in life. Don't be afraid to fail. You can learn from your from your mistakes. And then number 9, next page. What do you think the next paragraph will discuss? The second step. C. Okay, so the second step is to practice your English. For example, write in a journal or diary every day. Really? Are you going to do that? I didn't think so. That's why we do writing in this class, about a kind of a newer topic, something that's unknown or unfamiliar. That way you get to expand your topic range. Remember OPI, and you get new vocabulary. And hopefully it's more interesting than just writing about, dear diary, today I had bibimbap and makgeolli for dinner, right? So the idea is that you will get used to writing in English, and you will feel comfortable expressing your ideas in English, right? That's what I want, but through a bit different methods, not just a journal or a diary. After several weeks, you will see that your writing is improving. In addition, you must speak English every day. Ooh, that's going to be tough. You can practice with your classmates outside class. Tough. You will all make mistakes, of course, but gradually you'll become comfortable communicating in English. Right? So you got to start thinking of English not as just an academic subject like history or social sciences, but it's a communication tool. So that will take the stress out of it, hopefully. All right, so number 10, what's a journal? It's a diary. A, how can you practice your English? So the book says A and B, so the answer is C, both A and B. 12, after several weeks means B, when a few weeks are finished. In addition, you must speak English every day. What follows in addition? So is it same information or is it more information? Correct, it's more. So adding, addition, so it's extra, so more information. A. And gradually, number 14, means slowly. 15, you will all make mistakes, but gradually you'll become more comfortable communicating in English. Again, tough question. Communicating means A, speaking and listening. And what will the next paragraph discuss? Number 16. What will the next paragraph discuss? Oh, the third step, right? C. So the third step is to keep a record of your language learning. You can write this in your journal. After each class, think about what you did. Did you answer a question correctly? Did you understand something the teacher explained? Perhaps the lesson was difficult, but you tried to understand it. Write these accomplishments in your journal. So for this, you could write, keep track of your mistakes. I give you feedback, right? Some of you have already finished giving you feedback. You can learn from that, right? You can notice your mistakes. And that's actually an assignment at the end. You have to do a self-analysis of your writing based on common mistakes second language English learners make. So you will be doing that at the end of class, kind of going back and reassessing, reevaluating your writing skills. What are your strong points and what are your weak points? So that will happen, but you can do it every week even. Just kind of follow along, see what I correct, what mistakes you make, or vocabulary I add, or other things. So 17, when you keep a record of something, A, you write it on paper or on a computer. 18, skip. 19, perhaps, means maybe. C. 20, write these accomplishments in your journal. And accomplishments are successes. Next, page 6, the last paragraph. You must be positive about learning English and believe that you can do it. It is important to practice every day and make a record of your achievements. Accomplishments, achievements, same thing. You will enjoy learning English, and you will have more confidence in yourself. That's really, really a key, and I said that in the video last time about OPI, language learning in general. Confidence, right? Just be confident. Even whatever you have, just use that confidently, right? That's really important, right? So 21, achievements, like I said, are accomplishments, and accomplishments are achievements. So A. And 22, this is kind of a silly question. Which actions are accomplishments? So B, you brought a notebook and a pen to class? No, unless you're in kindergarten. Or E, you spoke your native language to a classmate? No. So those are wrong. So A, C, and D. Right, those are the obvious answers. Okay, so again, so the next part, again, they don't do this. This is the only chapter where they break down the reading into those paragraph by paragraph. So that's done with the reading. So what's key in all these chapters is always the next part, scanning for information, or basically it's reading comprehension. That's where they talk about the main ideas, and that's what's usually on the quizzes and the exams, the main ideas. So hint, hint, the next part is always important. So one, again, this is all, yeah. Again, this chapter is so simple. So one, are there ways to make learning a second language easier? Yes. How many steps are there? 1, 2, 3. They talk about 3 steps. Next page. What are they? Number 1 is practice. Number 2, be positive. Number 3, keep a record. So those are the 3 main ideas. Or they call those takeaways. Takeaway, if you live in New Zealand, Australia, England, takeaways are food to go, right? Takeaway. Let's go down to the takeaway shop. Or they say, let's get some takeaways, which means, food to go. But in this case, a takeaway, the main takeaways means the main idea, the main points. Like if you have some kind of business meeting, what's the takeaway? It's kind of at the end, what's the main point or the main points? What is the takeaway or what are the takeaways? There you go. You've learned some vocabulary today. So number 4, what is the main idea of this passage? It's B. Some people learn a second language easily, other people do not. Okay, so that was very short, but as you'll see in other chapters, this is a much bigger section where they have more detail, but it's such a simple chapter. All right, B, word forms. So this is also not so much on the quizzes, but definitely on the final exam. It's 20%. Is that right? 60, 40, yeah, 20% of the final exam is these word forms. So here, they say in English, some adjectives become adverbs by adding the suffix ly. Like brief becomes briefly. So here you have to just circle your answer, right? Decide which one is correct. Is it the verb, adverb, or is it the adjective? So is it modifying the noun? It's going to be an adjective. Is it modifying the verb, the action? It'll be an adverb. Verb, adverb, right? It adds to the verb. Here we go. Well, the example they gave is brief and briefly. John spoke. So spoke is the verb. Spoke how? Very briefly. Adverb. John gave that's the key. Is the article, so it's going to be a noun, right? Very brief speech. So speech, a speech, and a brief speech. So it's modifying the noun. So the first one is adjective, adverb, and B is adjective, brief. So number 1, this is an, hint, hint, an, it's going to be adjective, easy exercise. To make the adverb, you'd say, I can do this exercise easily, do easily. Number 2, different way of looking at 2. I can write the answers easily, see, like I just said, write easily. 3, what is the correct answer? The answer, so adjective. 4, the students answered the question. How did they answer? Answer is, in this case, is the verb. Correctly, adverb. Every day, our English gradually improves. Improves how? So modifying the verb. How is it improving? Gradually. And then 6 is this improvement. What kind of improvement? Improvement's a noun, so adjective, this gradual improvement. 7, many people can speak naturally, right? Speak what? Speak a second language very naturally. So speak naturally, adverb. And children are learners. What kind of language learners? Natural language learners, so adjective. All right, any questions about that? Give me a call. All right, and the vocabulary, C. Alice enjoys trying new things. Again, they made this really easy. They've broken it into 3 parts. Alice enjoys trying new, exciting activities. She really likes to take risks. 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 2, you can't learn to use a computer all at once. It takes time to learn everything you need to know. And 3, my mother is a very patient person. 4, Clark played the violin every day for 4 months. He saw a gradual improvement in his music. 5, I will take a math test tomorrow. I have studied hard, so I feel very positive about the test. 6, Lucy eats fresh fruit and vegetables every day. She exercises 5 times a week, and she sleeps 8 hours a night. Lucy is perfect. In other words, Lucy has a very healthy life. So again, that's the same idea, but different words, right? In other words, Lucy has a very healthy life. John is very tired today? Yeah. Perhaps. So maybe he didn't sleep well last night. I'll ask him. So they're not sure. So it's maybe or perhaps. 8, we didn't take care of our car. Last week we went on vacation and we had trouble with our car. Tony needs to have some more confidence. He's always afraid of doing something wrong. Peter went to the store. He bought milk, meat, bread, fruit. Also, or in addition, he got coffee and tea. All right. So, you see the topics for discussion and writing? Do you see those? Good. Let's skip. Again, the follow-up activity, we've already kind of covered this. This is all kind of connected in the 2 videos you're watching this week. So the last part of each chapter, they have this Cloze Quiz. And basically, it's vocabulary, fill in the blanks. You can just go back and check your answers from the readings, because oftentimes it's exactly the same as the readings with just blanks. So it's kind of a way to test your vocabulary. So let me read this now, and then we will, or I will, and you will too, be done with this chapter. Some people learn a second language easily. Other people have trouble learning a new language. How can you help yourself learn a new language, such as English? There are several ways to make learning English a little easier and more interesting. Second paragraph, you must be confidence. It's the wrong form of the word. So you must be patient about learning English, and you must believe that you can do it. It is important to practice every day and make a record of all your achievements. You will enjoy learning English, and you will have more confidence in yourself. That's the most important thing. Okay, that's it for chapter 1. So we're doing chapter 8 next time in class, and then in 2 weeks from today, which is October 5th. Yeah, will be our first quiz. 2 weeks from today. So next week, week 4 is chapter 8 about chapter 8. No, 5 or 8. I can't remember. I'll look it up. I'll put it down. Anyway, it's on the syllabus. So, adios.